Alright, I don't normally make videos like this, but here we are. What is going on, guys? I'm back here with another video, and today we really don't have any sort of objective or installation, nothing that needs fixed. It was just an extremely nice day out, and I didn't want to waste today, so I decided to pick up the GoPro, film a little bit. The only thing that we need done today is the blue car, the Bugeye, needs cleaned out. It has been like 3 to 5 months since I actually fully cleaned it out, and it's my daily driver. I take it to work, blah blah blah. So we got that going on, probably some POV driving at some point in this video, and I want to discuss some future plans with the Bugeye, as well as the GC8 probably got vandalized. Now I'm making this a little more extreme than what it actually was. I'll let you guys know further in the video. I just wanted to say that because now I can put it in the title. Without making this intro too long, we got a Bugeye to clean. Back in the WRX, and there are a few things. Oh, hold up. Oh. Oh, pedestrian. Had to be somewhat responsible. Like I said, we're back in the WRX, and I do want to mention some things that I have been thinking about as far as aftermarket parts with this car and plans for it. I'm just going to go through my thought process of what I've been going back and forth pretty much with this vehicle. So this car has 309,000 miles currently on this vehicle, and it's getting to a point where I'm not sure if it's even worth it putting any more money into this car, because no matter what I do with it, at the end of the day, it's going to be a 300,000+ mile car, whether we put a 6-speed in it or we put a STI block in it. It doesn't matter what I do with it, it's still just going to be a rusted out 300,000 mile Subaru. As of right now, it doesn't make sense to sink a lot more money into this car, because it's just, in my opinion, it's just really not worth it. There are still little things here and there that I want to get done with this car. As far as like the interior, I've grown to hate the blue interior. For one, it's very hard to keep clean. This is my daily driver. I drive it every day, drive it to work, quite literally everywhere. And the blue seats are a nightmare to keep clean. So I've been thinking about changing out the interior. I don't know what to yet, but the STI interior is probably going to go eventually. I'm also going to change up the gauge cluster. I don't like this smooth plastic because it contrasts to the textured, I don't know what you would call this, pleather of the OEM dash. So I'm going to be changing this setup here very shortly. I have all the parts for that video. You guys are just going to have to be patient on that. But as far as performance modifications to this car, I'm probably going to hold off on that. Right now, it just doesn't make sense to dump that much money into this car, because the money that would be going into those parts, I could just put it into another car or get a newer vehicle that is more worth my time modifying than this one. What that is, I have a few things in mind. I have like 4 vehicles in mind. Whether or not you guys are gonna like them, I don't know, but I am still in the market for a 3rd vehicle for the channel, so you guys are just going to have to stay tuned. I just have to find it. At this point, I have the money, I just have to find it. My thought process with the Bugeye currently, it's just going to be set off in the back burner as of right now, just because it just doesn't make sense to me to put more money into it. Hopefully you guys agree. As for the other Subaru, the white 2.5 RS, that has been giving me more than enough headaches over the past couple weeks. Instead of complaining about it in this car, let's just head over to the white 2.5 RS. And just like that, we are in 2.5 RS. And like I was saying, this car over the past few weeks has been nothing but trouble. I'll first start off with the smallest of the problems. This car leaks gas. And after doing some research, I figured out the gas tank is leaking somewhere up top. I can't see it, but when I jack the car up, a lot of gas came out. So I need to get a new gas tank. Another problem I had with this vehicle didn't even have to do with the vehicle itself. So as you guys know, this car went to the garage. I then picked it up from the garage and I parked it in my driveway and I left it. I didn't touch it, I didn't move it, nothing. For one whole day, this car sat. The next day, I then got in my car to go drive it. I look towards my passenger side mirror and the thing's absolutely hanging. It's almost as if someone came up to my mirror and just punched the heck out of it. The whole thing was dangling down. The bracket itself broke. Casing itself was fine. It's just the brackets and everything internally was broken on it, so I had to go to a few junkyards. I found a whole new bracket and I put it on. Obviously, I fixed it, but someone genuinely vandalized the car. I don't know who did it. That incident really just annoyed me because I didn't care that the mirror was broken. I'm not a materialistic kind of guy. I genuinely don't care. If it was an accident, it was an accident. The fact that no one said anything and I have no idea who did it is what annoyed me more than anything else. Someone just didn't take responsibility for messing up, but it is what it is. Complaining's not gonna fix it. The mirror's fixed, that's all that really matters. The last and final issue with this car, and I'm not sure 100% what the problem might be, but this car sounds like it has rod knock. Whenever I start the car, the idle comes down. There is a very distinct knocking that comes from the engine bay. I can't quite say 100% sure that it is rod knock because it doesn't sound too violent, but I did take a clip just so you guys can hear what I'm hearing, so here it is. The GoPro did pick it up too well, but you can hear a knocking that is obviously going with the RPMs of the vehicle. When you rev it up, you can hear it does get a little bit faster, but it just gets drowned out by the sound of the engine. So I don't know if it is rod knock 100%. Could be a bunch of possibilities. I did change the oil. There's no shavings in the oil, so I'm at pretty much a loss as to what could be the issue with this car. All those problems put together, obviously I'm still gonna modify the car. I'm not gonna fix the problems right now because the gas leak, it's not really a big issue. It does leak when it's full, but it's not to the point where I can't drive the car. Obviously the mirror is fixed, and then the whole rod knock issue I am diagnosing as we speak. Whether or not it is, I just don't know, but the car does drive fine. It doesn't feel like it's lacking any power. It doesn't feel like it's stuttering. It doesn't feel like it's hesitating. So I'm not gonna worry about the whole knocking issue just yet, but parts are on the way for this car so we can start modifying it. A little more than just LED lights and I forget what else I did, a stereo. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to effectively end today's video. A little bit of a different one for today. It was supposed to be more upbeat, but then it just turned into just me complaining about these old cars. But I hope you guys enjoyed it nonetheless. If you did, obviously make sure you leave it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next upload.